Hello and welcome to Catholic Current, where we give you an update on events affecting the Church in the United States. From Washington, D.C., I'm Mara Moser. We begin with an update on the Synod. Earlier this week, the Holy See's General Secretariat of the Synod issued the working document for the upcoming gathering in October. It's called an Instrumentum Laboris, and it forms the basis for discernment and discussion for the participants. Bishop Daniel Flores, chairman of the Committee on Doctrine, has been shepherding the synodal process in the United States. He issued a statement welcoming the document, saying, "The Instrumentum Laboris presents the people of God with a remarkable opportunity to reflect on what we've learned thus far about the nature of a synodal church and how we might embrace that more fully." He encouraged everyone, not only the synod participants, to read, pray, and discuss this document. You can read his full statement as well as the Instrumentum Laboris at usccb.org/synod. On Monday, Juneteenth was celebrated throughout the United States. The Archdiocese of St. Louis held its second annual Forgive Us Our Trespasses procession and prayer service over the weekend. Among many other notable community leaders, the event included Archbishop Mitchell Rosansky, and Auxiliary Bishop of Chicago, Joseph Perry, who is also chair of the USCCB Ad Hoc Committee Against Racism. The gathering included a formal acknowledgement of the Archdiocese of St. Louis's past involvement with the institution of slavery, a history that the Archdiocese has been researching for the past 5 years. Participants in the procession journeyed for 1 mile through downtown St. Louis, starting at the Basilica. You can read the full story about the event from the St. Louis Review on the USCCB website. Pope Francis met this week with the organizing committees of the U.S. National Eucharistic Congress and Eucharistic Revival.
We had the incredible privilege this morning to have an encounter with the Holy Father with all of the organizers of both the Eucharistic Revival and the National Eucharistic Congress. So really incredible privilege to experience his love, his passion for the Eucharist and the work that we're about, and so warmly welcomed by him. We brought the monstrance, which we intend to use in Lucas Oil Stadium. It's a 4-foot tall monstrance and, probably about a 10-inch host that will be consecrated for that monstrance. Lucas Oil Stadium holds 75,000 people, and we expect it to be full, so we wanted everyone to be able to see the monstrance. And the Holy Father certainly commented on the size of it and its beauty.
The National Eucharistic Congress marks a significant moment in the life of the Church in the United States. May all that you do be an occasion of grace for each of you and bear fruit in accompanying the men and women of your country to the Lord.
What we want to help people understand is Jesus' great desire for people to come and receive him in the Eucharist and to be united with him in worship of the Eucharist. Which our Holy Father spoke about so beautifully in Desiderio Desideravi, where he said, everyone is called to this sacrifice of the Lamb, he said. Everyone's called, but not everyone knows they're called. And that's our job to tell them.
The Eucharist is God's response to the deepest hunger of the human heart, the hunger for authentic life, for in the Eucharist, Christ himself is truly in our midst, to nourish, console, and sustain us on our journey.
As we approach July 4th, we leave you with some thoughts from the Apostolic Nuncio about the Church in the United States. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Catholic Current. You can find out more about any of this week's topics by visiting us online at usccb.org or follow us on social media at USCCB. I'm Mara Moser. See you next week.
I celebrate the Mass regularly in the Basilica, the Basilica of Washington. And I can tell you, the people around, they are multicolor, multiracial, and this is the reality. So this is for me maybe the beauty of this country, but also the biggest challenge. What are we doing, to become a church coming from so many different experiences, and to enjoy, these cultures, and to help these cultures to develop in a new context.